The one secret Prince William kept before marrying Kate. Everyone thinks they know the story. A prince meets a commoner. They fall in love. They marry. But before Prince William married Kate Middleton, there was one secret. One decision. One promise he never spoke about publicly. And it quietly shaped everything that came after. Here is what really happened. Most people believe William entered marriage with absolute certainty. That he had nothing left to question. That by the time the ring was chosen, his heart was fully settled. That is not entirely true. Because long before the engagement, long before the headlines, William was carrying something heavy. Something deeply personal. Something he never shared with Kate until the very end. And it wasn't about doubt. It wasn't about fear of commitment. It was about fear of repeating history. From the outside, Prince William's life looked protected, privileged, scripted. But emotionally, his childhood was anything but simple. He grew up watching the most famous marriage in the world slowly unravel. He watched love turn into distance, affection turn into public tension, silence turn into spectacle, and he learned something very early. Titles do not protect hearts. Palaces do not prevent loneliness. And marriage, under royal pressure, can become a cage. This is the part people rarely talk about. William did not just lose his mother. He lost his belief in fairytale endings. As a teenager, he internalized one powerful fear. That loving someone publicly could destroy them privately. That marrying for duty instead of emotional safety leads to quiet heartbreak. And that fear followed him into adulthood. When William met Kate at St. Andrews, something felt different. She was calm, grounded, unimpressed by status, uninterested in drama. She saw him, not the crown. But that terrified him even more. Because now, the stakes were higher. This wasn't just a relationship. This was someone he could genuinely lose. And this is where the secret begins. William made a private vow to himself. Long before engagement talks, long before palace discussions, he promised he would never rush marriage. Never trap someone he loved inside an institution before he was absolutely certain he could protect them emotionally. He did not tell Kate this outright. Not at first. Instead, he tested the relationship in silence. Years passed. Public pressure intensified. The press labeled Kate, "Weighty Katie." Friends married. Expectations mounted. And William stayed still. To the world, it looked like hesitation, indecision, even selfishness. But privately, William was observing something crucial. How Kate handled disappointment. How she handled public scrutiny. How she handled uncertainty without bitterness. And more importantly, how she handled him when he withdrew emotionally. Because William's greatest fear was not marriage. It was emotional failure. He feared becoming distant, unavailable, a husband present in name but absent in heart. The same pattern he had witnessed before. During their brief breakup, this fear came into sharp focus. It wasn't just about timing. It was about William confronting the possibility that loving Kate might still not be enough to protect her from the crown. That breakup was not freedom. It was a test of loss. And William hated it. He realized something then. The pain of losing her was far worse than the fear of marriage. But the fear didn't disappear. So he made another quiet decision. He decided that if he ever married Kate, he would never force her to live a life she didn't choose. He would shield her emotionally, even if he couldn't shield her from cameras. He would listen, even when duty demanded silence. And he would put their relationship ahead of royal expectations whenever possible. This was the secret. Not a scandal, not another woman, not doubt about love. It was a silent contract with himself. And he kept it hidden because admitting it would mean admitting weakness. Admitting fear. Admitting that the future king was still a boy shaped by loss. When the engagement finally came, Kate noticed something different. William wasn't just proposing. He was asking permission, not just to marry him, but to walk into his world fully aware of its cost. He didn't promise perfection. He promised honesty. He promised effort. He promised presence. That was the moment he finally told her. That he was afraid. That he carried his parents' marriage with him. That he needed to do this differently. And Kate didn't flinch. She didn't try to fix him. She didn't romanticize the pain. She simply stayed. That is why their marriage looks the way it does today. Why they move carefully. Why they protect their children fiercely. Why they keep their circle small. Why they value normalcy over spectacle. It isn't image management. It's emotional survival. William never wanted to be a perfect royal husband. He wanted to be a present one. And the secret he kept before marrying Kate was not about what he felt for her, but about what he feared becoming without her. That fear made him cautious. That fear made him slow. That fear made him deliberate. And in the end, it made their marriage stronger. Because some secrets are not meant to be exposed. They are meant to be honored. And Prince William carried his quietly, until he knew love was strong enough to hold it.